Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video we're taking a look at Mocaverse. So Mocaverse we are saying is sort of the most interesting and probably the most significant Web3 project of 2023. Saying project, not game. Clearly it's not a game. But it is a sort of, I think, very interesting, even intriguing project that I think starts to unpick some of the advantages and features you can have in blockchain communities, which it is very hard to do when you don't have a blockchain, a decentralized system of ownership. So this is just from the Mocaverse website. So Mocaverse, this is actually not, I'm not sure how useful this is, but it's the starting point, I suppose. What is Mocaverse? So Mocaverse is a project from Animoca Brands. So Animoca Brands has invested in, I think, over 500 Web3 projects, mainly consumer-focused ones, over about 100 games, I would think, as well. And Mocaverse sort of came about from Animoca Brands. Obviously, the Mocha is sort of the clue there. And it wanted to have some way of sort of creating a network between all these various projects that it had been involved with, mainly through investments. And it came up with Mocaverse. And I think even sort of internally, the impression I get is they sort of came up with this idea, and they were going to do an NFT mint, which is obviously they did do, and people who were part of their network could got the ability to mint these NFTs. And then the idea was, if you own these NFTs, the various sort of companies in the Animoca Brands sort of network could then sort of encourage these NFT holders to get involved in their projects. So it was sort of like a big collaborative opportunity, but one that wasn't centralized. So anyone could say, if you've got a Mocaverse NFT, come to my game or come to my project and maybe get early access, try it out early, so give me some feedback, or come to my project and get some get some in-game rewards or something. So that's sort of the idea. But the point is, it's sort of quite open-ended, quite emergent. They say here, holders will be able to learn, play, do good, and build together. Utilities will be co-created by our communities. So this is sort of the idea. Is it's sort of, obviously these are NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain, but anyone can use them. I mean, even non-Animoca Brands companies can use them, as we'll sort of see. So a few things to look at here. So this is sort of the Quest thing that's being built up at the moment. So you have some obvious things here. I mean, it's still early days. This says this is just placeholder. Do not claim this, but follow Mocaverse on Twitter, join the Discord server, all that usual stuff. Verify your holder role in Discord if you're a holder of these NFTs. You can sort of claim these sort of points. And there's stuff going on here. Join the bi-weekly town hall. I was there. You get these sort of XP points. You can do some things. Join the Mocha DAO snapshot. We can have a quick look at that. So this sort of stuff, and there's company initiated ones as well. So there's a bunch of stuff you can sort of do here. You can see here people who are on the leaderboard. So this wallet here has earned 100 XP points, and number one at the moment. Quite what that means, who knows? But we can see here, quite a lot of participants, 8,000 participants, 8,400 participants, and there's only 10,000 NFTs. So I don't know whether you need actually a Mocaverse NFT to do this. Not quite sure. That would seem quite a high percentage. If 84% of Mocaverse holders are doing this sort of stuff, particularly some of them will own more than one. So I think you don't need that. But this is another nice way of, even if you don't have an NFT, which are now quite expensive, you can just sort of become part of the Mocaverse sort of ecosystem. And they did actually have also this thing with tickets, so you could get tickets, and there was a raffle to win Mocaverse NFTs when the mint was happening, and now the actual tickets have some sort of value. So people, even though they're given away for free, there's an idea that sort of tickets are this sort of secondary measure of sort of being part of the community. So you can see the highest sale 20 ETH, so that's pretty expensive, $40,000. The floor currently is sort of 3.65. So this is not this is these are fairly expensive NFTs now. So that's going to be getting on for sort of $8,000 if you're buying off the floor. I'm not quite sure what the advantage of buying it now. I guess if you think the price is going to go up, always the case. But it's pretty unclear at the moment what the advantage you would get from owning one of these. You can see, so it's actually not 10,000. I think they're keeping some to give away. So there's 2,100 wallets that own these Mocaverse ones. So obviously they can't be 8,000 list we saw on the leaderboard can't be holders because lots of people are holding more than one in their wallets. And here's the DAO proposal. So we can see here there's a DAO, so 1,600 members of the DAO, and this is saying these are ways of running DAO, so people can sort of vote on these. These are all closed now. This is one from the Ape DAO. The ApeCoin DAO is very linked to the Mocha DAO because Animoca Brands are very involved with the ApeCoin as well. So there was you see some voting going on here. So they're saying Apecast, an app that supercharges your listening experience for all things ApeCoin. So it looks like there was some voting on stuff here. There's some security stuff. So you see here people voting. So again, this is all the sort of stuff we'd expect in blockchain, DAOs and voting and leaderboards, and it's still very sort of as I say, quite early for this, and it's sort of interesting to see in 2024 how this will sort of play out, and will it be a mass market brand? Will it be more of sort of an insider Web3 sort of brand? Will it how much will Animoca will it be associated very closely with Animoca, or will that start to sort of dilute out? It should be pointed out that during 2023, Animoca raised over $33 million of investment purely for the Mocaverse. So quite how they're going to use that money, not really very clear at the moment. But I think it just shows it is a very good example of something that was sort of almost like an afterthought and has really become what it is because of the community and because of people have found it a useful networking community, and we'll see how that goes in 2024.